Take it off, Suds.
I gotta be moving around. All right, 9 p.m., that's where you're putting me on? I got a belly full of Jack Daniels. Now you're gonna pull this on me? Wow, guys, you did it. Congratulations. Jen, you look amazing. All of you guys look amazing. I don't think, forget keto, forget South Beach, the wedding diet is the only diet that actually works. I think there's people here having a carbohydrate since Dan and Jen announced their engagement. And somehow have managed to survive. That defies the tenets of science. Congratulations. Our dear friend, the ceremony was terrific. Our dear friend Jacob Steinberg did a wonderful job. Nobody was more qualified than Jacob Steinberg to marry my brother, considering Jacob is a psychologist by trade. Of course, Christy and I were married by the leading divorce attorney in New Jersey. So we didn't exactly check the wedding conformity box either. True story, he's sitting right there. For those of you that may not know me, I'm Brian Sutler. I'm the proud brother of a dashing group here. And I'm truly honored to be up here this evening to say a few words about the newlyweds, Dan and Jen. But first, I just want to take a second and reflect on the fact that we're here in this beautiful place with our extended families and our closest friends. And I think it's important that we take the time to acknowledge that these are the most important moments in life and the ones that we're going to look back on years from now. And Dan, Jen, you guys know that most importantly tonight is about you two and celebrating the fact that and the enormous joy that you guys bring to our lives as a couple. So, I won a bet. About 20 or so years ago, Dan and I were in high school. He was a freshman, and I was a senior, which he happily hung his hat on. And my father and I were commenting on the type of woman that was going to marry Dan someday. And I think the genesis of this conversation came about because a comment that my brother had made that made us both want to strangle the sweet lifeblood from his lungs. And my father deduced that this woman was going to have to be a scorned and battle-hardened type. Like one of those old, femme fatales from an old James Bond film or something. Yeah, he's probably right. And I remarked, I think she's going to have to be somebody that's just really understanding and tolerant, like my mom is. We laughed, we shook on it, and here we are, 20-something years later, and I won. My brother married a loving, caring, compassionate woman who puts others first. Jen, you are awesome. By the way, we know why my brother was the way he was growing up, okay? This can be traced back to a 2-hour block of time in the late 80s and early 90s. When my father, in his infinite wisdom, took my brother to see Silence of the Lambs when he was 6 years old. And as Robert Frost said, that has made all the difference. Some kids' role models are Superman and Batman. My brother's was Hannibal Lecter. For those of you that don't really know my brother, I'm going to sum it up for you simply here. My brother is a cross between a German Shepherd and Larry David from Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's loving, caring, protective, all while getting into an argument with you about some completely arbitrary thing, like where a gravy boat belongs on a Thanksgiving buffet. Or yes, of course, you can remove your underwear while still wearing your pants. He's a true controversialist, and there are many, many hills that he's willing to die on. But he is funny. He is unapologetically funny. And I think this little gem of an anecdote is going to sum it up for you. No, Mom, this isn't the Dan's in jail, I'm in hospital story. Wait, Mickey's are right there, I'm not going to tell that. During the bris for one of our sister's boys, a great honor was bestowed on Daniel. He would get to bring the baby forth, while the crowd watched and cooed at the newborn baby boy. And noticing that all eyes were on him and he had the attention of the crowd, he took it upon himself to make light of the situation, seeing as how he looked like a waiter was serving a beautifully prepared culinary masterpiece to a table of hungry patrons. And in the middle of this pious and ancient tradition, he looks down at the baby, he looks up to the crowd, and he yells, "Who ordered the Bronzino?" I'm sure for the 1,000th time in Dan's life, my mom wanted to crawl into a hole and hide. But that is my brother. Never passing up an opportunity to matter-of-factly point out all the ridiculous things in life. By the way, if you don't know what a bris is, it's like a christening with more hardware. I'm joking. Dan's my younger brother. I've been busting his chops his whole life. But I want to tell you who he really is and what I think about him now. My brother is an exceptional person. The guy is teeming with emotion, passion, loyalty, humor. He's the life of the party, and he's the glue to his various group of friends, all 300 of you out here. A major turning point in one of Dan's greatest accomplishments occurred in 2007 when he joined the United States Marine Corps. And he took fight to our enemies. Not in one, but in 2 wars in defense of this great nation. Now this is a little bit self-serving in that Dan was able to harness his inner propensity for belligerence and confrontation. It's worked out for him too.
It's amazing.
But I think it speaks to Dan's character that he eschewed a life of comfort and privilege and grabbed a rifle and put his life in harm's way. Now, in all reality, it wound up being not a rifle, but a 25mm Bushmaster chain machine gun. Perfectly bespoke for you. And had to be different from his brother and join the ranks of the few and the proud, which, by the way, some of his brothers are here tonight. Just don't ask the many stories that may cast the Marine Corps in a different light.
Where they're from, what they're doing.
My brother has and always will stand up for the little guy. It is who he is. And Jen, he will be a loving and faithful husband to you, just as he always has been a brother and a son to us.
Is he crying right now? That little gentleman.
So now, not in deviating from tradition here, I'd like to do something a little unconventional. I'd like to propose 3 toasts. Yeah. Here, one for him. Thank you, sir.
Wait, is that what
Your country's proud of you. First off, Jen, this one is for you and me. I too took a vow this year to be forever joined at the hip with my brother when we both joined our family's business. And only you and I will know what it's like to live with Dan Sudler every day for the rest of our lives. So with that, I want to say, Jen, I love you. You're a great person. You're great with my family, my kids, my dog, children with special needs. I honestly don't know how that little body holds in that giant heart of yours. Here's to you.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go, buddy.
D. Here's to you and I. And the strong, unbreakable brotherhood. You know damn well I wanted to have that first dance with you tonight, brother. You're my best friend, and we have had quite the run. I remember at my wedding you said what an honor it was to be my best man. Well, I want to tell you that I'm the one that's honored. You are a great person and a great friend, and I love you. So with that, I want you to raise your glass, the triple Jack Daniels and Coke, with Southern Brothers Special. And which I'm sure if it was up to you, would be served to everybody tonight as the wedding cocktail of choice. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
And to all of you, I want you to raise your glasses to Dan and Jen and join me in supporting them in their marriage with your love and your friendship. And let us wish them a lifetime of happiness. Cheers.
Hey.